Peter, how big a win is that for Kildimo-Pallaskenry?
Our first win at the senior grade. It's history for us. It means an awful lot to us. I can't even put into words how big it is. Yeah, it's absolutely huge, the pressure that's been lifted from that now.
Third game up in senior. He had that few weeks break in between the first two games. Obviously, coming out with 2 defeats from 2 games wasn't what you would have planned early on. How much did you learn from those 2 games?
A massive amount. We wouldn't have classed ourselves as unlucky after those 2 games. We would have classed ourselves as not clinical enough. Do you know, we got a lesson in how to win senior games at the senior grade from St. Kieran's ended there. And they showed how seasoned they were, they showed how experienced they were, and they put us to the sword when they got their chances. So again, the pressure that's been lifted from that, and the fact that we learned that we need to be very, very clinical when we get our chances is the big thing. Do you know?
And you were certainly clinical today, like 3-17 on any game, especially with a wet ball, wet pitch. You know, to score 3-17 against a team like Ballylanders as well, that's some going.
Yeah. And we had a couple of kicked frees wide and different things. We'd be very, very, very proud of that scoreline, 3-17. We want to put up scores, we want to play going forward, and we enjoy that side of things. We also enjoy the hard working side of things, you know, because if you're going to try and do that, you have to work very, very hard as well in the defensive side of things. So yeah, there's an awful lot of pride in winning a game that way as well, you know.
You mentioned a few frees missed, but you still came out with 7 points. Happy enough with your own performance outside of the few ones after left?
It was alright, just disappointed with those, particularly the ones in around the 21, but I was okay. 2
group games left, you know. I'm not going to say the sky is the limit, because that would be really putting pressure on, but look, it's something to look forward to on those last 2 games as well, maybe to push on for a quarter-final spot maybe.
Yeah, we take absolutely nothing for granted. Do you know, this game is played and done, and thank God we have 2 points on the board from it, and we know how lucky we are to get out with 2 points on the board against a team like Ballylanders with the quality and the experience they have and the pedigree they have at this level. And we'll be taking every game on its merits, game by game now for the rest of the championship. We can't really talk about, we haven't earned any right in any way, shape or form to talk about any form of quarter-final or anything like that.
You mentioned that clinical nature of what you need to do at senior football. That was evident when he had a chance for goal, he went straight for the jugular.
I think that's a kind of a natural instinct in a lot of the players in the team, stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, there are days where that goes wrong too, and there are days where you had 4 goal chances and you lose by 4 points or something like that. You know, we had goal chances in the other 2 games and we didn't take them. We had a penalty against St. Kieran's, we didn't take that, and it's a positive on days when they go in, and the real experience comes from the balance of knowing when it's the right time to take a point, when it's time to pop it over, and when it's the right time to go off the jugular. And